Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, glory, and honor unto Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, Bashem Rakak Wadash. Double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well and continue to feed the flock. And salutations to the Akim who go out throughout the four corners of the earth to teach his truth with all sincerity of mind and soundness. Right? This lesson is going to be called, it's just another dashboard of pistol. As I like to call these, I'm the brother Tawab Bosch from the Great Millstone Northwest Camp. Not that that's important, just a vessel for the Most High trying to put out this word, to hopefully wake up, the rest of the elect and seal that number so we can get up out of here. And do as we were commanded. And that's funny that goes into what I'm the lesson I'm getting into, which is obedience is better than sacrifice. Right? And this is 1 Samuel 15 and 22. And Samuel said, Hath Yahweh as great delight in burnt offerings and sacrifices as in obeying the voice of the Most High? Behold, to obey is better than sacrifice, and to hearken than the fat of rams. Right? So you hear this scripture and think, okay, obedience is better than sacrifice. Well, why? The reason why is because if you have to sacrifice, back in the day, the law was if you sinned, if you went off on the law, statutes and commandments, right, you had to sacrifice a ram. Right? Now, Jake got wild with that, started plotting and, knew he was going to go do sin, so he'd just bring something with him. Jake always want to, find a loophole, Yikewob. He would always want to Yikewob something. But, so I lost my train of thought. But yeah, so the sin, to repay for the sin, you had to sacrifice a ram. So this is saying to obey is better than to sacrifice, and to hearken than the fat of rams. Because if you hearken and you understand and you listen, you don't have to make a sacrifice, right? Because if you're making a sacrifice, you already went off, right? But if you're just obedient and you follow the law, statutes, and commandments to the best of your ability, right? Now, the law was supposed to just be a schoolmaster unto us, right? To teach us and give us a moral compass, right? But Yahweh Shai bring understanding to the law, and mercy, because he knew, the Most High knew in this time we wouldn't be able to keep the laws 100%. We have a hard enough time, getting clothing of all one fabric, let alone, having to live amongst, people that should be killed, adulterous people, heathens that are, homosexuals, different things that we can't keep the law 100% here, right? So we do it to the best of our ability, and we don't use Yahweh Shai as a crutch, but more as mercy under those things that we cannot do. He said to understand the difference between the things you cannot do, you cannot change, and the things that you can, roughly paraphrasing. This is Romans 5 and 19. For as by one man's disobedience many were made sinners, right? Because through Adam's disobedience we all became sinners. We all are born into a body of sin. So by obedience of one shall many be made righteous, and that one is Yahweh Shai. And to those that can receive it spiritually, Adam, Yahweh Shai was Adam in his first life, right? So that same man that went off and caused us to have disobedience is the same one that's coming back, that came back and is giving us. So now I'm going to get back to the scripture. It says, righteous. Not only that, but he made, he paid for his sins as Yahweh Shai. He paid for his sins as Isaac, Adam, Solomon, right? He paid for those sins when he came in the flesh and suffered and died, for the elect's sake, for the elect's sins, right? And that's the only way out of this situation is through the blood of Yahweh Shai. And that shouldn't be taken as a light thing. It says that we shouldn't put him on the cross, afresh, meaning we shouldn't keep putting Yahweh Shai on the cross for our weakness. Romans 16 and 19. For your obedience is come abroad unto all men, which is still talking about Israel. I am glad, therefore, on your behalf, but yet I would have you wise unto that which is good and simple concerning evil. Right? So, we're always supposed to be circumspect in this thing. Staying sound in this truth and being obedient. Walking in Yahweh Shai's footsteps. To the best of, I really mean to the best of your ability. This is 1 Peter 1 and 2. Elect according to the foreknowledge of the Father, right? Because he chose us before the foundation of the world. Through sanctification of the Spirit, right? Unto obedience. Obedience, right there. The elect are supposed to be obedient, right? So you got to stay in order, Hey, that's the Spirit. I'm riding next to a car that got the 444, mercy. Man, that's beautiful. But yeah, we're supposed to be obedient. If you're part of the elect, you will be obedient. And the sprinkling of the blood of Yahweh Shai. And again, that's represents 888. Glory. Hey, Spirit's moving. This represents the sprinkling of the blood of Yahweh Shai, represents his sacrifice, because the priests, the Levites, when they would sacrifice the lamb, they would sprinkle the blood on the altar, right? Grace unto you and peace be multiplied, right? So, as a part of this thing, you got to be on fire. You got to keep the faith. You got to endure through much tribulation, right? And you must be obedient, right? So don't get all puffed up. You start learning these scripts, and you can quote this script and quote that script, cut this person and cut that person on the street, on the highways and byways, and then you're not being obedient in your own camp. We gotta be obedient to the Most High. Do as commanded. And right now, that's to go out into the agora, to the highways and the byways, the chief place of concourse, and bid men to the marriage. And that marriage, and that we're the bride, and Yahweh Shai is the bridegroom. And that marriage is the coming together of Yahweh Shai saving his elect to the kingdom of heaven. Right? So with that, I'm going to make this too long. Thwadi Al-Bashim Yahshai for the spirit and power to do this lesson. Shalom, peace and blessing to the elect. And Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai.